A young mom walks home into her home expecting peace. Instead, she gets total chaos. Her windows shattered, her stuff tossed everywhere.
Yeah, inside, strangers weren't just in her home, but they were actually in her bed. And Tia has the video from this crazy encounter. Tia.
So this story out of the city of Chicago is absolutely crazy. And honestly, even though I'll link the full local news segment in the description of the video, it does not do it justice. I actually had to track down the 8-minute video of the mom returning to her home in order to see these people be arrested by the police for breaking into her house and then not stealing anything to leave, just tearing up all of her stuff and then deciding that they're going to stop for a nap because, you know, in a left-wing metropolitan area, if you break in and you steal something for a house, then that is in fact burglary. That's a crime that you'll be arrested for and then released same day automatically, only to offend again, as these criminals, by the way, had broken into her place like 2 weeks prior to this. But if you break in and then you try to stay in the house, you know, steal the actual property, then you have squatters protections and thus unlimited rights. So that's what these characters happen to be going for. So this is what we're going to talk about today. This is what we're going to discuss. But before we do, I want to thank everybody who supports this channel via actualjusticewarrior.com/join.
Give me the money. Give me the money. Okay?
Y'all the motherfuckers that broke in my crib 2 weeks prior. One of y'all did. Don't say no who, motherfucker. I worked hard for my shit. I got 3 babies.
So the local news segment plays a bunch of different clips throughout the course of this, and you can obviously hear that this mother of 3 is rather irate, that people have broken into her property, they tore up the place, again, drug addict behavior, and then they're laying down on her couch and on her bed like it's perfectly fine, like it's normal, like, you know, they had the energy to break in and tear stuff up, but then they got tired and needed a nap for a little bit, and yeah, obviously this woman is absolutely livid, although I will point out that it's kind of ridiculous that the police actually let her come into the house with her, like at the time that they were going to make these arrests, and then when she ends up freaking out, when she ends up getting angry, all of a sudden, it's a big problem, all of a sudden, it's a major issue, and of course, they need to actually calm her down, even though, again, she has every right to be outraged. Also, I want to take note of something else.
Not the words you would typically use on a quiet Sunday morning.
So the local news affiliate, Fox 32, which again, I thank for bringing this story to my attention, decided to make a decision that absolutely pisses me off, which is of course blur the faces of these perpetrators right here because they're trying to do whatever woke nonsense where they defend the criminal in our society, and I'm absolutely sick of this. So this is the reason why I actually decided to pull up the original video so you guys can see it in its full context for yourself, because these are the kind of people who need to be named and shamed in our society. If you see them around your building and you recognize them, you should know that they're willing to break in and stay in your place, not have their identity shielded due to the fact that Fox 32 has decided to adopt this woke worldview where you can't actually see the criminals, because if you see who is committing the crimes, that might make you think of evil white racist thoughts. But the thing is, the victim in this case is a black mother who's actually not a criminal. She's doing the right things, and covering up for the criminals actually ends up making her case less solid and makes more people like her to be victimized in the future, and that is an unacceptable outcome. So shame on Fox 32 for actually not showing their faces.
Oh, wow, let's see you.
Hey, how you getting this, sir? I got cameras on. Who want to get with you? I can't hear you. Cyber police? Huh? Let me check. Give me a step. Let us handle this. Just step back. Let us handle this.
Y'all, wow, let's see you, because ain't no telling if y'all the ones who broke into my crib 2 weeks prior. Why are you here? Why are you here? Oh, they in my shit. Parlaying. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Is there anybody in that room over there?
You got 2 people in here, too.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm not closing the door, though. I ain't going to look at you, but get dressed. Go ahead. Just step back from me.
Oh, my God.
Step in the kitchen for me 1 second, please.
Y'all the motherfuckers that broke in my crib 2 weeks prior. One of y'all did. Don't say no who, motherfucker. I worked hard for my shit. I got 3 fucking babies. Fuck is you talking about? Y'all bogus as hell.
Do me a favor. I got you, sis. Just calm down. Calm down for me. Step right here, please. And let's handle this. Step right here. I got you. Just calm down. Breathe for me.
Listen, I love this woman for the fact that she's filming this. Obviously, I would want to see the body cam footage associated with this. But the fact is, you're actually hearing the police tell the people that are in her bedroom, sleeping in her bed, to get dressed because they're not even wearing clothes. Again, they're fully comfortable in her place. And by the way, they tore up this place. They left it in disarray. They're the ones who threw all this crap all over the floor. So this woman not only has to clean up after them, but in addition to that, she's likely going to want a new couch and a new bed because you have homeless drug addicts that are on her couch and then naked in her bed having a good time because, again, the city of Chicago, just full lawlessness. Of course, these individuals are going to have lengthy criminal histories, soft on crime treatment, all of that stuff because there is no way in hell that you are 3 homeless drug addicts breaking into people's places. Again, one of these people likely broke in 2 weeks prior, which is why this woman wants to move, and you haven't been caught before. If you're dumb enough to break into a place and then take a nap in the place that you have broken into, then yes, you are too dumb to have not been arrested before, and it's absolutely shameful that this is going on in the city of Chicago. Also, in addition to that, I will point out that maybe, just maybe, the fact that there are 2 short women cops in this particular scenario makes me think that there is a great danger because they're walking around without their guns drawn, even though, again, they could be extraordinarily vulnerable to an ambush from these particular individuals because, again, they could be hiding behind the doors and there doesn't appear to be any kind of security precautions taken by these female officers.
And they in that bed. I don't even want that fucking bed no more. Ain't no telling what the fuck y'all was just doing on that bed. It's 2 niggas now? 2 men? Oh, y'all wild as hell. I don't want that bed. I don't want that bed. Let me take a look. I swear to God, when my baby daddy get back, I promise you, I'm gonna see y'all walking these motherfucking streets and I got something for y'all. Cause y'all breaking the motherfuckers' cribs. I work hard for my shit. I got 3 fucking babies.
Get your stuff. You gotta get out of here.
I don't want to hear shit you gotta say. You in here.
Now look, I totally understand that this woman is angry. I totally understand that this woman is upset. But the fact that the police are right there as this woman is hurling threats at these particular individuals, she's saying, if we see you in the streets, we're gonna have something for you, honestly genuinely worries me because if something were to happen to these criminals, they're gonna end up charging this woman and her husband with the crime, or her baby daddy as she describes him, the daddy of her 3 kids. And yeah, it's going to be rather upsetting. But again, I totally understand this woman's distaste for this particular situation because she's like, look, I'm doing the right things. I work hard. I end up paying for all this through legitimate means, but you guys are doing all this nonsense. You're just breaking into people's houses like it's okay. And no, it is absolutely unacceptable. And I absolutely love this attitude from this woman, even though it's being expressed in a very vulgar way. Again, I will condemn the local news media for daring to censor this, for daring to cover up for the criminals, as if there's any question at all whatsoever whether or not these 2 or 3 individuals in this particular house are supposed to be there, when you actually have the legitimate owner or renter of this particular property saying that they don't belong in the house.
I got you.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's just hard.
I got you. Trust me. I get you. I know you don't see it. We got you.
Y'all wild as hell.
What you gotta get, sir?
Y'all wild as hell. And I gotta... Y'all the motherfuckers that broke in my crib. Ain't no... Bitch, you in here talking about that's crazy. Girl, get the fuck out. Get out.
We got you, man. Let's handle it. We got it.
I'm pissed off because...
I get you. I got it.
Y'all in my shit. Y'all literally went through all my shit.
So I love the attitude from this mom in this particular situation, and I absolutely can't stand the fact that these obvious drug addicts that, again, Fox 32 decided were worthy of protecting their identity are mouthing off back to her, calling her crazy, even though, again, they're the ones who broke into her place and then were so stupid, so drug addicted, so out of their ever-loving mind that they thought it was acceptable to sleep in her place. So she had to walk in, possibly with her kids, to discover 3 drug addicts that, again, could have gotten violent at the drop of a hat in her place, and we're supposed to pretend that that's normal and that these are the real victims of society. No, absolutely not. They're the victimizers. They deserve all the condemnation, and yes, they deserve to be named and shamed.
Please don't throw your hand. That shit foul.
It was open?
That shit foul. It wasn't open shit. The motherfucker... When I came up in here, these fucking blinds, my blinds was never like this. Y'all motherfuckers climbed through a window to get up in here.
So you have the police right here, and they're asking them how they got in, and they're like, oh, it was open, trying to say that it was like a trespass and not a breaking and entering. But this woman is absolutely not having it. She's like, nothing was open. Like, shut up. When I came in here, and she uses a lot more colorful language than I'm using right now, these blinds were all messed up. She's like, y'all climbed in through the window. Like, why are you trying to lie right now? Again, it's absolutely embarrassing. And again, they tore up this woman's place, the place where her kids stay. It's absolutely disgusting, reprehensible, and yet it's like the calmest situation. They should be taken out in handcuffs, obviously. They are, in fact, criminals, thugs, drug addicts, junkies, worthless in every possible way, and yes, they should be exposed to the public, named and shamed.
And I'm finna come back tonight and let you be in my shit tonight. It's not gonna be no police no more.
Hold on, man. We on body. I get you upset. We on camera though. Just let us handle it. I get you upset. Let us do it.
This is unit number 1 in. I really want these motherfuckers trespassed though, because I don't fucking know them. And my crib got broken into 2 weeks prior.
You know what? I was saying that maybe the police are not actually prepared for this kind of situation, but I do appreciate the fact that the police are like, listen, you're on camera right now. You're issuing a lot of threats. We don't want you to have a problem in the future. And that's the kind of community policing I'm 100% in support of. And also, in addition to that, if she ends up showing up with her baby daddy and they find these people in the house, I'm perfectly fine with her taking the action necessary and him taking the action necessary in order to neutralize this threat, because it's absurd. And the fact that this woman is saying, I want them trespassed, like I want them kicked out of the house because her door got kicked in before and she's experienced all sorts of problems, to me is even more ridiculous, because again, they should already be in handcuffs. They should already be arrested for break-in entry. They should be arrested for a burglary, serious felony charges. This woman shouldn't have to ask for them to be trespassed. That's insane.
Oh my God. And I'm finna call Jazza because y'all broke her crib on the 3rd floor and took her TV too. So y'all the motherfuckers going around here busting the people's cribs taking their shit. You in here.
Hold on. Please. What's your last name, sir?
That's wild as hell. Y'all going on Facebook too.
Look, I genuinely love the fact that these guys are actually trying to talk back to her, and she's like, no, you're in here. Like, you're literally in my place right now. Now, if you guys don't know, if you guys are unaware, this mom, after the break-in 2 weeks ago at her apartment, she decided that she was going to move out. So she's currently transitioning from apartment A to apartment B. So she's not here full time. But the fact is, they're still breaking in 2 weeks after they already broke in. And yeah, she's getting this kind of backsass from this person, and she's absolutely not having it. And I love this. I love this kind of energy from the person who's victimized by criminals, because you need this, because very often in our pop culture, there are people who are trying to humanize the criminals rather than the victims. And again, a mother of 3 is the actual victim in this case.
Before, I got a call while I was at work, and they told me that somebody kicked down my door, my neighbor from the 3rd floor.
The 27-year-old says it's been overwhelming since she moved in. That was back in May of 2025. She's also a student and the mother of 3 girls, ages 1, 2, and 8. She says she's now forced to rebuild her life.
Girl, get the out. Get out.
Look, I do feel terrible for this woman. Obviously, the reason why she ended up moving was due to the break-in 2 weeks ago. And again, she has to deal with this, and of course, the local news media that is trying to defend the criminals, obscure their identities, and that's absurd and ridiculous in every way. Obviously, this shouldn't be happening, but you know what? This is what happens when you have a left-wing area or left-wing ideology take over your criminal justice system.
Squatters.
They were the squatters, yes.
So when you went to rent this place, did you know it was abandoned, or nobody ever told you?
Nobody told me anything, because at first it was with Atlas Management. So when I was dealing with Atlas Management, I signed my lease, and a month later, Frontline Real Estate knocked at my door.
Now, she ends up talking about how this particular building was nearly abandoned, and these squatters were actually in other apartments in the building and periodically breaking in when people had moved out or when people had left for an extended period of time in order to steal from them. And that's why we heard in the Facebook video that we originally saw that these people had broken broken into a third floor apartment. And yeah, they popped in through the back window. They end up coming into this property, and this woman ends up moving out as soon as she figures out how dangerous this apartment actually is. Now, there is some good news. A comedian actually heard this story and offered to buy her new furniture to replace what these people had messed up. I think that's wonderful.
Chicago comedian Mojo Brooks heard her story and decided he would step up and replace it all.
And I did it, simply because in the video, I just kept hearing her say, I worked hard for this stuff, and, I did this for my babies and stuff like that, and, it's hard out here right now.
And all the respect in the world goes to that comedian, and by the way, this woman, for closing out with this bit of advice for everybody in this particular area.
Now that it's viral as wasn't so, I wouldn't say that I'm embarrassed, but I just want to spread awareness to people to protect your homes and do what you got to do, and just know you think you're not being watched when really somebody is out there watching you.
Now, with all that being said, I want to know what you guys think about this down in the comments below. As per usual, if you like this video, show them by leaving a like, subscribe for more content, follow me on my social medias, support me via the support links in the description of this video. This has been me talking about a woman in Chicago having to deal with addicts breaking into her home. Till next time.